Hi, I'm Emma. Have you ever had someone you trusted completely shatter that trust in just 15 minutes? Because I never imagined my sister-in-law's obsession with my baby would lead to a police helicopter search and 3 families falling apart. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. 6 months ago, my life was picture perfect. I had just returned to my dream job as a private jet flight attendant, working select VIP flights while still being a hands-on mom. My husband, Mark, was a software developer who worked from home 3 days a week, giving us the perfect family balance. And then there was Olivia, my sister-in-law. She's absolutely precious. Olivia cooed during one of her increasingly frequent visits. She held Emma like she never let go, her fingers tightening just a little too much. Something in her eyes made my stomach twist. I told myself I was overreacting. New mom anxiety, right? After all, I'd always felt for Olivia. 3 failed IVF attempts had left her desperate for a baby. Mark and I had supported her through every heartbreak, but lately, something about her felt off. "Mommy's got you," she whispered to Emma at a family dinner. I froze, my fork hovering midair. "Olivia, I think you mean Auntie's got you," I corrected with a forced smile. The look she gave me could have frozen hell itself. Then she laughed, but it was hollow. "Oh, right, silly me. My best friend Taylor, a pediatric psychiatrist, happened to visit during one of Olivia's marathon baby-holding sessions. Later in the kitchen, she pulled me aside. I don't want to alarm you, but Olivia is showing signs of obsessive attachment. The way she acts like Emma is hers." I tightened my grip on my coffee mug. "You think I should be worried? Just be careful. These situations can escalate quickly." That night, I discovered something that made my blood run cold. Olivia had a private Instagram account filled with pictures of Emma. The captions made me sick. "My perfect angel. Mommy's little princess. Finally complete." When I confronted Mark, he brushed it off. "She's just being a loving aunt, Em. You're overreacting." The next morning, Olivia showed up unannounced. "Let me watch Emma while you rest," she insisted, flashing a too bright smile. "You look tired." Before I could refuse, Mark chimed in from his home office. "That's thoughtful, Olivia. Em could use a break." I hesitated but relented, thinking I'd just take a quick shower. 15 minutes at most, Mark would be home. Nothing could happen in 15 minutes, right? I was wrong. The moment I stepped out of the shower, something felt off. The house was too quiet. No Emma's giggles. No Olivia's voice. Just silence. My stomach clenched. "Olivia?" Water dripped from my hair as I rushed down the hall, clutching my robe tighter. The nursery door was open. My heart stopped. Empty crib. Empty rocking chair. Emma's favorite stuffed giraffe. Gone. Panic surged through me. "Mark?" I screamed, sprinting to his office. He yanked off his headphones, startled. "What's wrong?" "Olivia and Emma." My breath hitched. "They're gone." Mark bolted up, rushing to check the house while I grabbed my phone. Olivia's number went straight to voicemail. Again and again. "Her car's not in the driveway," Mark called out, his voice tight. My hands trembled as I stared at the empty crib. "She took my baby. No diaper bag," I whispered, my voice cracking as my eyes landed on Emma's packed diaper bag, gone from its usual hook. "Mark, check the garage camera." We had installed security cameras after a break-in last year. Now, as the footage loaded, my legs gave out beneath me. There she was, Olivia. Calm, methodical. Loading suitcases into her car, Emma strapped into a carrier against her chest. The timestamp, 17 minutes ago. Those weren't just shopping bags. My throat tightened. She planned this. Mark's phone buzzed. His mother's name flashed on the screen. He hesitated, then opened the message. "Olivia has Emma safe. Don't let Em call the police. The baby needs a real mother." The words made my stomach churn. "Call 911, I ordered, my voice dangerously calm. Wait, let me talk to my sister first. Call 911 or I will." Mark finally dialed, his hands shaking. Before the dispatcher could even speak, the doorbell rang. Taylor burst in, still in her hospital scrubs. "I saw Olivia's car speeding past the hospital," she panted. "She had Emma. I came straight here." The police arrived within minutes. I handed over the security footage, my fingers trembling as I scrolled through Olivia's Instagram page. The detective beside me frowned. Look at her recent follows, he muttered. Cabin rental companies, all in the mountains, all within the last week. Then Mark's phone rang again, his father. The detective gestured for speaker mode. Mark answered, his voice tight. Dad, where is Olivia? His father's voice was cold. She's doing what's best for Emma. Your wife is too focused on her career. A baby needs a real mother. A real mother. Fury roared through me. I snatched the phone. You helped her plan this. We did what was necessary, his father said flatly. Emma will thank us one day. The detective took the phone. Sir, you are now an accessory to kidnapping. We've traced this call. Units are on their way. Mark collapsed into a chair, his face ashen. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. The evidence said otherwise. The detective rattled off Olivia's recent purchases, baby supplies, burner phones, cabin rentals, all on a credit card Mark had co-signed. His family hadn't just enabled her. They had funded this. Amber Alert is live, an officer announced. State police have roadblocks on all major highways north. Highway Patrol is launching their helicopter now. I stared at the last security image of my daughter, her tiny hands reaching toward the camera as Olivia drove away. The rage, the fear, it crystallized into something sharp, something unstoppable. Taylor, I turned to my friend. You've seen cases like this. Where would Olivia go? Taylor's eyes widened. Wait, didn't her therapist have a vacation cabin? The detective spun around. Where? As officers scrambled to trace the location, I made a silent bow. I would find my daughter. And Olivia was about to learn exactly what a real mother was capable of. The mountains, night had fallen when police cars roared up the winding mountain road, their sirens splitting the darkness. The detective's GPS beeped. We're closing in. Multiple vehicles at the property, the police helicopter radioed. Matching descriptions of Olivia's car and the grandparents' SUV. My grip tightened on the detective's seat. Taylor sat in the back beside me, her presence the only reason they had let me come. She had convinced them her psychiatric expertise might be crucial for negotiation. Then the radio crackled again. Movement inside the cabin. A second later, the lights inside went dark. The detective killed our headlights as we rolled to a stop. Through the trees, Olivia's red sedan came into view. Beside it, my in-laws' black SUV. They were here. My baby was here. Mrs. Anderson, the detective whispered. Stay in thee. A piercing cry shattered the night. Emma. I was out of the car before anyone could stop me. Wait, Taylor grabbed my arm. Look. Through the cabin window, we saw them. Olivia, pacing, cradling Emma, my in-laws standing by the door like guards. And at the kitchen table, sitting calmly, was Dr. Stevens, her former therapist. He helped plan this, Taylor realized, horror in her voice. The cabin. The timing. All of it. The detective's team moved in, surrounding the cabin. He lifted the bullhorn. Olivia Anderson, this is the police. We have the cabin surrounded. Come out with the baby. Silence. Then Olivia's laughter rang through the walls, high-pitched, unhinged. She's mine now, she shrieked. Tell them, Mom. Tell them how Emma never deserved her. The detective tried again. Olivia, you are endangering a 6-month-old child. Taylor took the bullhorn. Olivia, it's Dr. Carter. As your former colleague, I need you to think about Emma's safety. More silence. Then, Dr. Stevens moved toward the window, hands raised. Let me handle this, he called. I can talk her down. The detective scoffed. Like you've been handling it for months? Some doctor you are. The front door cracked open. My mother-in-law stepped out, hands raised. We were protecting Emma, she said. Emma deserves a real mother, not someone who's always flying around the world. By kidnapping her. The detective advanced, ma'am, on the ground. Now, everything happened at once. My father-in-law bolted, but officers tackled him. Dr. Stevens surrendered, already muttering about his lawyer. Inside the cabin, Olivia screamed. She's trying to climb out the back, an officer shouted. I ran, Taylor right behind me. We rounded the cabin just as Olivia emerged, Emma in her arms, making for the woods. Olivia, I yelled. Stop. She spun wildly, her eyes manic. She clutched Emma tighter. My crying daughter. She needs me, Olivia sobbed, tightening her grip on Emma. You don't love her like I do. You left her with me. You practically gave her to me. For 15 minutes, I choked out, my voice breaking, while my husband, your brother, was in the next room. Emma's cries grew louder, her tiny hands reaching for me. Her face was red, streaked with tears, her little body trembling in Olivia's arms. Look at her, Olivia, I pleaded. Look at how scared she is. Something flickered in Olivia's eyes. Doubt. This isn't love, Taylor said softly, inching closer. This is obsession. And you need help, Olivia. Real help. Not Dr. Stevens' twisted validation. Police stood ready, but they held back, letting Taylor work. Olivia's grip faltered slightly. I know, I whispered, but this isn't the way. Emma's next wail shattered something inside Olivia. Her knees buckled. She crumpled. And I lunged forward, ripping my daughter from her arms. Emma clung to me, her cries muffled against my shoulder. I held her tight, inhaling her baby scent, grounding myself in the warmth of her tiny body. The officers swarmed in, pinning Olivia's hands behind her back. As they led her away, her screams echoed through the trees. It's over, Taylor murmured, wrapping her arms around me and Emma. But as I watched Mark's family being loaded into police cars, his parents in cuffs, Dr. Stevens reciting his rights, and Olivia's vacant, broken expression, I knew the truth. This wasn't the end. This was just the beginning. 3 months later, dawn broke over the courthouse steps, casting long shadows on the cold stone as I adjusted Emma's blanket against the autumn chill. Inside, justice awaited. Mark sat on the opposite side of the courtroom, his shoulders hunched, eyes fixed on the floor. The moment the bank statements surfaced, proof his parents had deposited money into Olivia's account the day before the kidnapping, his claims of innocence crumbled. The divorce papers were already filed. Then Olivia entered, shackled at the wrists, her designer clothes replaced by a drab prison jumpsuit. She looked smaller, hollowed out, defeated. Psychiatric evaluations revealed the truth, a deep-rooted obsession fueled by infertility grief and enabled by the very people who should have helped her heal. Mark's parents followed next. Then Dr. Stevens, the man who twisted his medical oath to manipulate Olivia instead of treating her. The therapist who preyed on her vulnerability and helped orchestrate a kidnapping. The judge's gavel fell like thunder. A premeditated conspiracy, she declared. An attempt to abduct an infant from her mother. A gross abuse of medical ethics, family trust, and the mental health system itself. One by one, they learned their fates. Prison sentences, medical licenses revoked, restraining orders signed. You did it, Em, Taylor smiled as we drove home. We did it, I corrected, glancing at Emma dozing in her car seat. I couldn't have fought them alone. At home, I tucked Emma into her crib, her real crib in her real home with her real mother. The trauma would always be part of our story, but it wouldn't define us. My phone buzzed. A message from my new lawyer. Restraining orders officially filed in all 50 states. They could never come near me or Emma again. I kissed my daughter's forehead, breathing in her sweet baby scent. We were safe. We were free. And somewhere in a prison cell, Olivia was finally getting the help she should have received long ago. Because sometimes, trust shatters in 15 minutes. But with the right people by your side, you can build something stronger from the pieces. What would you do if you discovered your closest family members weren't just enabling dangerous behavior, but actively plotting against you and your child? Where do you draw the line between forgiveness and self-protection? Emma chose to cut all ties and pursue legal action to ensure her daughter's safety. Would you have handled it differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below.